Hello, welcome back. This is Janet with Janet and Patches. And today we're going to continue talking about not only your special person, but about your finances and about your health, about your love, your joy, and what makes you happy. And it all comes down to one point. And it seems like it's too simple. And that is your self-identity is that you are unconditionally loved. And the bottom line is that you have got to learn to love yourself. Accept yourself. As Graham Cook used to say, is warts and all. And you gotta love yourself. You gotta love your body. And you have been lied to for decades about who you are, and that you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you got a bad temper, and on down the line. But that is not who you really are. You are a spirit being in this body. But this spirit being, there's nothing missing, nothing lacking. And we have got to wake up to this spirit being, our divinity, and take off all of those layers and layers and layers of lies, of doubting, of overthinking. That's a big one right there. Is that you overthink everything. You cannot, because of the knowledge and the program of this computer up here, it butts in every time, you want to, love yourself. Well, to start off with, I feel so uncomfortable. But persist. I think that's one of the gems of wisdom in this whole, no bark, and this whole thing is that you've got to have persistence, and you have got to know, what you have been brought up believing is a bunch of lies, because you are worthy. We're talking about the divinity, the God self, that is you, that lives eternally, that never dies. But we are only aware of this human body and the program of the mind, which kind of is like the cop, the policeman of our lives. We do this and we do that because we are controlled by this mind of what to do. And then of course the emotions go along with it, but that you are complete, you're whole. There's nothing missing, there's nothing lacking. But you have been like this onion, layers and layers and layers of lies. That's not you. And that's what you are trying to love. You are trying to love this body that has screwed up, made a lot of mistakes, and fell on your face, and you're not good enough and stuff like that. Excuse me. God, this Patches says it's real fine hair, not fur, but hair. And sometimes, like if I'm brushing him, it gets on my face, on my nose. It just tickles. So anyway, that's the big problem, is that we're believing what we see and hear from the 5D, from the physical senses. And there's a greater one of us, which is that spirit being, which is that consciousness. What you are conscious of is what you are living in. So whatever the situation is in your life, that is what you are aware of. That's what your focus is on. And that is what, favorite word, manifest. That's what you're living in right now. But you don't like this. So we come to this bridge of decision, and this bridge of decision is like a total makeover because it's from the inside out. It's an inside job. And you know what? It takes persistence, and it takes you believing that, that number one, you are worthy. Number two, you are absolutely loved and adored. Number three, there's nothing missing, there's nothing lacking. But we have been trained to live in this, but the physical, the five senses, this physical world we see, when we're a spirit being, and the spirit lives and moves and has its being in the spirit realm. Every night you go to sleep, your spirit actually, is like, there's like a silver cord, but your body, your spirit actually leaves the body. I know. Yeah, that's what happens because you're a spirit being, and it has its assignments, its things that it does in the spirit realm. The spirit realm is actually so much more real than this physical realm. And we have got to learn, and we are learning to be more sensitive to the spirit, so that the spirit overrides this here, because as we're being healed here and we're becoming more sensitive to the spirit, the leading of the spirit, that this thing is also being reprogrammed. And it's like anything else you do, it takes a decision and determination that this is what I want to do, this is what I want to be, this is who I am. This is who I am. So my question to you, have you sat down and thought about it? Have you sat down and journaled, who am I? And this is who I am or want to be. And whatever it is, it covers the SP, the finances, the health, the happiness, the joy, the sense of fulfillment. That's what we're here to discover, who we are. And as we discover who we are, then it's like, seek ye first the kingdom of God. What is the kingdom of God? That's the presence of God. So where is the presence of God? Right here. Why? Because you are that fractal of God. Where did you come from? You didn't just come from a seed with your mom and dad gave you this thing. No, you have a spirit, and nobody can deny that you know that you have a spirit. Because when this body takes its last breath, what is this? It's a spirit. This body will keep functioning and everything as long as it has the spirit. The spirit is what gives you life. That God, divinity self, is what gives you life. That's what you breathe in and breathe out. You breathe in, you breathe out. What's that? That's life. That's God. That's keeping this body alive. Once that spirit leaves, what do you got? You got a corpse. Nothing there. Life has left. God, the God consciousness, God has left the body. He has left the room. So think about that. You are a spirit being, and you have lived by the flesh and understanding here, and by the trauma and the hurts and the negativity from the emotions, your subconscious. And now we're learning how to live by I am. I am, and discovering who that I am is. And as you are, that It's all about unconditional love. And everything else falls in line from there. But being able and being persistent to have that faith, to build that faith muscle up, to know that I am, that was patches. I am healed. I am prosperous. I am, seeing both near and far. I am. And whatever you have been saying about I am, that is what you are living right now. So we got to change it. We're going over here to a different road from this negative, condemned road to over here to this positive I am. And it does take persistence, and I know you're going to fall on your face. I have. And you just, this can't be real, this kind of stuff. And you start doubting, you're overthinking, and you start doubting the manifestation of your dreams. But that's where you got to come back, take those deep breaths, and go, I am. I am. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm so grateful. And I am so absolutely loved by God, because I am lives right here. So for today, I hope that was an encouragement to you. And one of the things I will say is stop overthinking. That's the biggest thing. You have your dreams and your goals, and you go, okay, I am, blissfully married. I am prosperous. I am. But then you say that and it feels good. Yes, and so it is, and so it is. And then this thing kicks in. Yeah, but, and how, and this, and you try to rationalize out the spiritual, which is mystical, magical, spiritual. It is beyond our comprehension. But if you just know and you're rooted and grounded in love, you say, all those things may be true. But God gave me this dream. But God gave me this. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. So until tomorrow, stop overthinking. Do your breathing. Do that meditation, because it'll sink in. You keep on doing it. Think like, I am healed. See that word. Feel that word. Feeling, seeing, and feeling it. And that's how we overcome the stomach, flesh, and the mindset. Okay? So until tomorrow, bye-bye. You have a great evening.